Our next unit will feature a book called Under the Feet of Jesus. It's not about Jesus or feet. It's about a family who finds work picking the fruits and vegetables that we all find on our tables. It's a way of life that we hear little about, and a line of work that is among the most dangerous in the U.S. Hours are long and arduous, pay is minimal, and exposure to the elements and pesticides compromise quality and length of life. Housing on the farm is minimalistic at best. Estrella will be our protagonist. When the book opens, she and her family are arriving at a new farm, and they have to make a camp in an empty bungalow. A few stylistic things about this book make the beginning a little bit complicated, but once you're familiar with them, you'll do just fine. Our opening scene will consist of Estrella's family of 7, and also the 2 people who watch their arrival from a nearby peach tree. You'll see those guys down here. Dialogue will not have quotation marks. For example, you'll see some dialogue here, but it will be set off by long dashes. Spanish expressions abound. For example, let's see, I thought I just saw some. So down here, gracias a Dios, that means thank God. Some of those can be deduced, some of the meanings can be deduced from context clues or from knowing some Latin roots. Google Translate can sometimes help, but not always, as some expressions are not literal. For example, over here, puercos fregados doesn't translate literally to what it means. Right here, it means worthless children or crazy kids. But if you looked up the literal translation, you wouldn't find anything that made sense. But if you looked up down here, you would see that this means running around without shoes. She's criticizing her kids because they're running around without shoes. And that's bad because there are los niños de tierra. And if you looked that up, you'd find out that it's scorpions. So anyway, just be patient, or Google, or ask. You're going to be just fine. Sometimes we are going to have transitions between families. This is one that I showed you a second ago. If you see Alejo early on in the book, then you're likely no longer with Estrella's family, but you may be watching Estrella's family. So this beige station wagon here, Alejo is watching as the family arrives. Up here, we're like with the family as they're in the car and thinking about getting out of the car. But over here, we're outside the car watching the car's arrival. There aren't too many of these awkward transitions, but early on, it's good to know about them. And so, I put some comments in the margins. That's one of the reasons why we're starting with the digital text instead of a paper copy of the book. Because here, you're going to see lots of comments that are going to help you acclimate yourself to the tricky moments of the book. There are some questions that I pose in the margins. You do not have to pay attention to those yet. We'll use those in class, but the comments will help you acclimate yourself. Now, one other thing about transitions. Sometimes we're going to have transitions into the past, and one cue is going to have to do with Estrella's father. So Estrella's father is no longer in the picture. He's been gone for quite a while. So if you see Estrella's real father show up, whether it's Estrella thinking about him or whether it's Petra, her mom, thinking about him, know that it's a flashback to the past. There's only one other flashback that's a little bit complicated, but we're not going to be there for a little while, so I'm going to save information about that till then. Soon we're going to find out why they left their previous farm, but not yet. And I very much think you'll enjoy the book. The characters are interesting, you get a glimpse into a life that you don't live, and this book can be quite engaging. So I look forward to your thoughts on it.